San Francisco from Actual Surveys is a newly discovered hand-drawn map of the city made in 1850. It is centered on today's financial district, with west at the top, extending to the original city charter limit at Larkin Street. The map has been shrouded in mystery, but new research has uncovered clues that shed light on its historical context. We can see a legend handwritten in French that details 6 features on the map. Number 1 and number 2 indicate the house and offices of a commission merchant and his firm. Now everyone knows the 49ers, but it was the commission merchants who established the city as a control point for the enormous wealth and quantity of goods flowing into Gold Rush San Francisco. These offices were linked by what became Commercial Street to number 6 in the legend, the Central Wharf, a key point in the waterfront infrastructure. The firm also seems to have owned Lot 583, as indicated by entry number 4 in the legend. Now in 1850 this wasn't a particularly important piece of land, but the open plaza it faced eventually became Union Square, and today the lot houses an Apple store. Not a bad real estate choice. But it is number 3 in the legend where things get really interesting, and what makes this a historical document unlike any other we have ever seen: the mapping of a storeship. We must remember that San Francisco's original shoreline was several blocks in from where it is today. The author has actually indicated this in number 5 of the legend, and his choice of words here is telling. With the discovery of gold in 1848, thousands of ships began arriving from across the world. San Francisco became an international hub, and key to the growth of the city was its eastward expansion, facilitated by the sale and eventual infilling of water lots, shifting the waterfront away from the original shoreline to deeper waters in the bay. Maritime archaeologist Dr. James Delgado notes that as part of this process, merchants and speculators converted more than 200 ships into floating buildings between 1849 and 1851. The use of these ships as buildings was one of the decisive factors in rapidly transforming San Francisco from a village into a working port and a major city. Now, as the city extended further out into the bay, these former ships became closed in by streets and buildings. The storeships were now part of the landed city, some becoming offices, prisons, churches, or hotels, like the Niantic, a former whaling vessel. As a result, buried beneath the streets of San Francisco are the remains of nearly 50 Gold Rush-era ships. When we first realized that number 3 in the legend referred to a storeship located outside the original shoreline, we wondered whether it would be possible to identify exactly which ship it was. To great excitement, we found our answer on a National Geographic archaeological map of known buried ships. It turned out to be the famous Arkansas, which had arrived from New York in 1849 and was blown aground on Alcatraz. It was then dragged to the location shown on this map, where it was first converted to a warehouse and then into a bar and a hotel. It is presently the site of the Old Ship Saloon, one of the oldest bars in the city. This map was likely accompanied by a now lost letter detailing the state of the firm's affairs. Commission merchants played a pivotal role in San Francisco's leap onto the world stage, and this extraordinary map represents a one-of-a-kind snapshot of a city in the midst of dramatic change. For more, including ideas about the specific merchants behind this map, please visit neatlinemaps.com. Thank you.